up, everybody? Welcome to the show.
Hey,
Let's put a ring on it.
put a ring on it.
Hosted by the Steezies.
KB and Nate.
These are relationship goals. Hey, put a ring on it. 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 These are relationship goals. Hey, put a ring on it. 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 Yeah. And if you like it, you should put a ring on it. Yeah. Put a ring on it. The Steezies.
I don't think we can do it together, babe. You make me nervous.
Every time I hear that song, you do make me nervous.
No.
Hola, and welcome to the show.
See, what I tell you about coming in like that?
What?
You got to come in powerful. You got to come in.
I'm going to do me.
On the track. KBZ on the track. Like, you got to come in.
My name is KB.
You got to come in like PJ Morton.
Mrs. Stallworth. And to the left of me is my king. Introduce yourself.
Oh, man. Turn her mic up a little bit. She need a little bit more in there. I'm Nate Steezy, Nate Stallworth, whichever one you know me as. And like she said, I'm married to this lady here. Put a ring on that.
Put a ring on it.
All right. So we back here again. We got another show, another great show. We got another great guest here who actually brought his wife again. You know, a couple people bring their wife on the show, so it should be an interesting show. This a guy I've known for a very long time. You know, we went to school together. You know, we shared that blood, sweat, and tears. We played ball together. I followed his journey, you know, in this transition in life into different things, you know, staying in the marriage. And it's one of the guys that I follow. And shoot, I look up to in marriage. You know, a lot of people are always telling us, oh, Steezy, y'all doing this, y'all doing that. But hey, some people I look at and be like, man, we trying to get like them.
Right.
You feel
What
me?
did I say that we were? We were like the ghetto version of them.
I told you was ghetto. See, she admitted it on camera now. She'll never admit she ghetto if I say
It's
it.
like, they're so nice and polite. And we be like, what up, though?
We're the urban version.
We're the urban.
You can't say ghetto. We're the urban version.
Oh, my bad.
Maybe even project version, but you know,
Maybe just
we
a
never been in the
smidgen.
projects. All right, but anyway, it's a pleasure for us to have this guy on the show and interviewing him. But I'm gonna let him introduce himself and herself. So, go ahead, guys.
Nate, first of all, it is a pleasure to be here. KB, look, I remember when y'all first made the announcement that y'all were starting this show, and I was so excited. And now that we get to be a guest, this is a treat. And just so you know, and I tell people this all the time, like, I look up to y'all. Like, I love seeing y'all on social media and with your family and together, and seeing running into each other at the concerts and just out and about, man. So
just black love everywhere.
It is. So know that the feeling is definitely mutual. But yeah, man, I'm Jonathan Orr. Like Nate said, we went to high school together. Well, actually, all of us went to high school together.
Yeah.
Yeah, different years.
Not me.
No,
not me.
I
I am not from Detroit. I am from Chi-Town, representing.
Hey, now, Haiti. Let's start this show off right now.
Right.
No.
I do not
You know,
claim Michigan.
You know, you've been here long enough. I think you are an official Michigander.
What they call it when you married?
Honorary.
No, what they call it when you just been living together? She a common law.
She is.
Detroit.
Common law Detroit.
You know what?
Put
But
a
I
ring
will
on
say,
their common law.
but I will say, Michigan has been good to me.
Okay.
So I am grateful.
We're going to put a ring
grateful.
on that right there. So Michigan's been good to all of us.
Yes, amen.
Yeah.
Sure has. But yeah, that's me. I'm Jonathan Orr, and you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah.
Sure. I'm Haiti Orr. This is my husband right here, my baby daddy, sexy boy. Yeah, and just here tagging along. Excited to be here. Thank you for having us.
You're not tagging along. This the show. This is the show.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Take
we
a
love
sip.
'cause like before we went live, you know, not my mother. See, I went there. It's like, no. Wife, she was talking about how the show was supposed to be more you know, marriage oriented, relationship oriented. And I tell her it is, because we always transition into that. But, you know, for sake of the show and entertainment, we couldn't just block off everybody. They want to see some artists. They want to see some rappers. They want to see some actors.
Nobody wants to see that but you.
Yes, they do. That's why we make it this deep to have the order. We have a good plethora in our genre.
Yeah, I get it.
Our diaspora is wide.
Oh, he learned these word of days. It's just really irritating. You know what I'm saying?
Is it an app? Is it like a word of day app?
I don't know. If he read the dictionary, I don't know what he do.
I watch them in sitcoms. I find it new and just like, I like that. And then I'm gonna bring that to the show on Monday.
Reading the dictionary was more better than you get it from TV.
That's old school. Nobody read a dictionary no
I
more.
got it on the app though.
All right, that's
need
not
to
so
email.
old, but come on, man,
Hater.
turn up, and not with the dictionary app. Anyway, the Oars. How long have y'all been married?
It'll be 15 years in a few weeks.
May 26th.
Ring on that.
15 years.
Yes, 15 years.
Oh, you know what? I'm about to ask you that. What everybody asks married couples. So, if you could give advice to married couples on how to stay married and happy, what would you say?
You want to go first?
Ooh, that's a good one. He is gonna put me on the spot.
I'll go if you don't want to go first.
Yeah. Go. Let me think about it.
I think one is to be gracious, right? Like have grace
knew he
with
was
one
gonna have
another,
to
man. Like nobody's perfect, right? You know, people gonna make mistakes and you know it's gonna be ups and downs, but just have grace with one another and be willing to forgive and don't let like the small stuff fester. A lot of time, little small stuff.
That's true.
And before you know it, it just builds up, and then you got to call the police.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Not the police. I don't know what marriage he's talking about.
We jumped a few steps. We jumped a few steps there, sir.
So deal with the small stuff.
Yeah.
Don't let it fester.
That was a good one. I knew his would be like deep and
It'll be
thought
deep.
provoking.
What? That wasn't deep, was it?
No, it was kind of deep. I think for me, I'm gonna go lighter here. I think it's just also never neglecting to have fun with each other. Keep having fun.
Yeah.
Keep going out on dates. Never stop dating each other, right? Go on vacations. I call them vacations, or
Yes.
get a bays together, like as many times as you can.
Getabays.
Leave. It's us against them. Them being these kids.
Yeah, we said
Leave
that.
these kids alone.
Hey, we made that deal when we first started having kids.
Yes. Amen to that. We need the bell for that one. Yes.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm with that. People don't know. They be like, "What's that?" I be saying, "You ain't got there yet."
If you don't know, you don't know.
If you don't know, you don't know.
You'll know. What were you saying, Jonathan?
No, I was gonna say we made that deal when we first started having kids. Like it's us against the kids, and we still say it to this day.
That's good though.
Now, from being single to being married to having kids, what is the biggest adjustment in that marriage from those time periods?
Oh yeah, that's a lot.
Time.
Sleep.
I think yeah. Yeah. Sleep.
Weight gain. Let's talk about weight gain. That's what we need to talk about.
Okay.
That's the subject.
That's the adjustment right there. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jonathan.
No, you good. That's real too. I think just that. No.
I'm still carrying
I
on.
got a word on this show, John. It's called pivot. This is a good time. Pivot.
Gotcha.
All right. Continue, Haiti.
Oh, no. So I think, going back to the original answer, sleep. Exhaustion. That has been the biggest transition, I think, for me. And it's really by the grace of God that I have the energy that I have every day. Because even my kids tell me, like, Mom, you do a lot. How do you do it? And I was like, I don't know. I don't know. So it's just the constant going and this and that the busyness of it all.
Yeah, say you missed the days when you didn't have to do all that, but wouldn't trade them for the world.
Correct. That is actually true.
For sure. Now, how did you meet? How did you guys meet?
I'll let Jonathan.
Since she's a Chi-Town player.
Hey.
You know.
Too excited.
That's right. Oh, you know what? Northwest Side, Chicago. Lincoln Park.
Uh-oh. Is that even Chicago?
I've never heard of North. I know the South.
No, see, Northwest Side is like Narragansett and Fullerton. It's still Chicago, but it used to be where a lot of the Polish population lived, and then we started getting more Hispanic people and people of color there. That's when we came about. So it started turning. It's the Brickyard area.
Oh, okay. So basically, it ain't O Block.
What?
Oh, you don't know about O Block?
I don't know about that. Is that a Detroit thing?
No, O Block, that's Chicago.
That's Chicago.
Oh, don't know where that is.
Is that on the south side?
That sounds like that's the area I don't want to visit.
That's where Michelle Obama from.
Oh,
No,
definitely
no,
don't wanna
no,
know where
no,
she's
And
from.
NBA Youngboy.
She kind of gangster.
No, not NBA Youngboy. One of the rappers. Lil Durk, that's where he's from.
Oh,
That's right.
Durk.
Durk over there.
Anyway, Jonathan will tell you.
Yeah. The short version is we met in college. So we were both attending the University of Wisconsin.
Cool.
And she was a freshman. I was a junior. And so the funny thing is we had a class together that whole first semester. Never saw her.
Psychology 101.
Psychology. She used to sit in the very front, right? And I used to be in the very back, sleep every day. So I never
Miss his blessing. That's a message right
so
there.
I never saw her. I never saw her. Whole semester, right? Like 4 months. And then that second semester of her freshman year is when we actually met on campus, man. And 8 months later, started dating and then got married a couple years after that. Yeah.
Man, so what took 8 months? What took so long?
Right.
Man, we both had just gotten out of relationships for one,
Yeah.
and so we ain't really want to rush into another one, and just kind of getting to know each other. And
Well, and I had done that whole, when you've been in a relationship for a while and then you make a commitment to the Lord, right? Like, Lord, I'm not going to date for a whole year. I did that. And of course, I meet him month 2. So it's like, wait, Lord, I know I made this agreement.
Yes.
But I met this tall, dark, fine, sexy man. I need to know if what can I do?
Take a little break and then come back.
Right. So but I really wanted to honor at least a portion of that. So we waited the 8 months so that we could get to know each other, and I did want to honor that. So.
We are far short.
I did fall short. I fell short 2 months.
We are far short of the Lord.
Yeah, I'm a drink. I ain't wait nothing.
Put a ring on that. And that's cool though, to meet in college, especially.
Yeah.
So you were on your way out and you were still there. So after you left, you were still at Wisconsin?
So he took 5 years to graduate. I think you redshirted the first year, right?
Yep.
So we were only apart from each other 1 year.
Okay.
I graduated after 4.
yeah,
And that last year we were apart. We were planning the wedding, so we were still seeing each other, meeting up. So it was busy. It didn't feel like a long distance relationship. So it was fine.
Wow.
You know what? Hold on. Now, were y'all dating in high school?
No.
So how did that? I always wondered
was-
that. I never had a chance to ask you, Nate. When did y'all? How did this happen?
Well, let me tell you,
He about to make some.
kind of like she said, you was sleeping on your blessings, saying I was on mine back then. But see, that's how the Lord works. See, what's for you, it's
God
for
is
you.
good.
It's for
It's
you.
going to come back around. So
Sure does.
I missed it then, but then all of a sudden, I'm in the grocery store. I bought a house. When I bought my house about 10, 12 years ago, I'm in the neighborhood. I do, I be in the morning doing my little walk-in and all that. I see her passing me. I'm in the grocery store. She behind me in line. And then what really got it, I was our good friend, both of us know, Jerry Tucker. He's like, come on, man, go to the gym with me. So I got the little pass. So we go to Planet Fitness. So I'm in there. I'm cranking it out today. I'm cranking it out.
Yep.
Then I get a Facebook text like, I see you in the gym.
Oh,
Like, what?
wait a minute.
Like, hold on. Like, you see me like, what? I look back, she on the treadmill walking. I'm like, oh, you stalking me now. Yeah, you want Steve's over here, so you might as well, let's see what's
Wait a
poppin'.
minute. Hold on. So, KB, had you seen him in the grocery store?
So no, he was behind me in the grocery store.
Cap.
He got the story wrong. And he was like, hey. And I turned around like, hey. And then I seen him jogging in the neighborhood because him and my mom live on the same street.
Ironically.
So I would see him like jogging like with his shirt off and stuff.
Oh, okay.
I'm like,
The
he
male
thinking he-
Miss Parker. You know what I'm saying? The male Miss
thinking
Parker.
he
Miss
doing
Parker.
something,
Yeah.
and I would keep seeing him like all the time, so it was getting weird. So then when I seen him at the gym, I'm like, he trying to be extra, working out, all pumping iron in front of me, like, he ain't gonna come
Yeah.
over here and say nothing.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm about to inbox him.
Shoot that shot. You know what I'm saying?
But you hadn't seen her at the gym.
No.
Okay, so you
No.
were really working out
Yeah,
for real, for real.
yeah.
Okay.
He really was, because he still do that to this day. He work out like that. But so then he came over there all like, hey, you know, what you doing here? Like, what did you think I'm doing here? And then I don't
Yeah.
know.
Come to find out, we lived like 4 or 5 blocks away from each other.
Wow.
So the same time I bought a house, and
The same year I bought
she
the
bought a house, and we ended up being like 5 blocks away from each
Yeah.
other. So
Wow.
then it's like, oh, you right there. Come over and see me.
And
And then she never
I
left.
never.
She never.
She never left. Put a ring on her, never leaving.
Oh my! How long ago was this?
5, 6 years ago,
6 years ago.
and we've been married. It'll be 2 years in June.
Yeah.
Wonderful!
Yeah.
Congratulations.
We're not deep in the game as y'all, but we deep in there.
Yeah, y'all had that COVID wedding because we were supposed to go, and then
Yeah, it was in our backyard.
that's
We
right.
did.
Just
Over
went in the
COVID.
backyard.
Yep. Yeah.
Like, forget about it.
And now she marries people too.
Oh yeah.
Do you?
I'm a
Yes.
minister. Amen.
Yes, KB.
I know that.
She had her first wedding last week. Give her.
I did.
Put a ring on
Yes,
that.
KB.
She married her
It
first
was
guy.
so exciting.
And
Like,
she-
I was more excited
yeah.
than the couple, I think.
Yeah.
Was it
She
like
told me I couldn't
friends?
come.
Oh,
Was it like friends?
'Cause I was gonna make her
or
nervous.
Family, or did
It
you know?
actually was some body we went to school with
Okay.
that I married. Yep.
that's
beautiful.
wonderful. What made you want to do that?
She's a notary,
Well, I'm a notary,
and then
and
they said,
they
"Hey,
said notaries can marry people, and I
Yeah.
was like, really? And then they was like, no, not in Michigan though. I was like, oh, but why not? They was like, you can, but you got to do a little bit more. And I was like, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then
yes." And she has another wedding she's doing tomorrow.
yeah, and I got my second wedding tomorrow.
Look at you.
And then I got a couple. I got another one in June. I got a couple in August. I got quite a few.
That's
Yeah.
wonderful.
So I got to
You
get my
enjoy it?
robe. Yeah, the robe.
Did you enjoy it? It was a
I
good
actually did.
experience?
I was kind of nervous at first, but I enjoyed it. Like
Awesome.
I'm a lover of love.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And wedding day is like the new beginning of your life on the journey of marriage. And so, you know, I got my little speech together, and you know, I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Now, will she let you come to the next one? Then?
Yeah, he's gonna.
Yeah.
Okay.
is the one
See, but
tomorrow.
I helped her practice though. Like she was getting ready for the combine. Like I was waking her up
He
at
was
like
all like,
6 a.m. Like,
"What are you gonna
the
say?"
lines. Say it now. Waking up out of her sleep like, "Dearly beloved." Like, she was on. And I said, "All right, go back to sleep. Go back to sleep. You on
He's
point."
like, put it on your
You on point.
tablet. You can't be standing up there with your phone. I'm like, right, okay.
Yeah, and I test her at any time. Like, give it to me. She was like, "Dearly beloved," and then I'd be like, "All right, you good.
She ready?
You
He
good."
is like coach of everything. You know what I mean? Like it's like, oh, you gonna do this? Oh, you gotta do it, but you gotta do it right now.
Hey, she understands. That's
You
what
gotta
we
do it. If you're gonna do it,
We've been
you
in that
gotta do it
structure.
right.
We've been in that structure so long. So speaking of that, you know what I'm saying, we was attending the University of Wisconsin. Now after that, you know, he was a fortunate brother to transition to actually be drafted into the NFL. So tell us about, you know, that transition.
Man, it was a dream come true. Of
course.
Something I had, you know, I tell people when I talk about this, like I had that goal since I was like 8, 9 years old.
Yeah, we talk about this because
Yeah.
I bring him out to talk to the kids, which is another thing that he do. Anytime I call him, he comes out and talk to any of the kids that I'm coaching. So I know the story, but for the people,
Something I had wanted to do since I was, as long as I could remember. I couldn't even remember my life without having that goal. And so, matter of fact, so I got drafted in 2006. I got a call from a friend of mine named Tamara Allison. So we grew up together, still friends to this day. She called me a couple of days after the draft. She was like, "Guess what I found, Jonathan?" I was like, "What you find?" She's like, "I found a picture that you gave me when we were in the 4th grade." I said, "You called to tell me that?" She's like, "Yeah, but guess what it says on the back?" I'm like, "What?" She said, "Look for me in the NFL by 2005.
Wow.
And so I didn't even remember writing that, right? Or giving her that picture. It was 2006. I didn't know about redshirting in the 4th grade. So my math was off, but it just reinforced how just serious I was and committed to that goal. And so, it was a dream come true.
Definitely.
Man, babe. How come you didn't make it to... Anyway, back to you, Jay.
I mean, I got there, but then I got cut.
Exactly.
Hey,
Things
best we could do.
The cut game is real.
They did the wop on you.
Yeah. And I wasn't in there long.
Hey, but the dream was achieved. So
But
then-
when you have a dream and you achieve it, then you get new goals.
Mm-hmm.
And that
Yep.
brings you to ATS.
Yes, ATS.
And what does that stand for?
Yeah, that stands for Athlete Transition Services. And so once my time in the NFL was over, it sparked a very difficult time in my life, very challenging. This thing that you've been doing for so long, now all of a sudden it's not part of your life anymore. And then I, like many athletes, struggled, right? Trying to figure out direction, trying to figure out my identity, now that I wasn't a football player anymore. And so it was rough. And then I started noticing over the years that a lot of athletes that I knew were having similar struggles. And then I ended up going back to school back in 2012. And during grad school, the idea came to start this nonprofit that would focus on helping athletes prepare for and manage that transition into life after sports, so they could avoid a lot of the pitfalls that so many of us athletes have experienced. And so 8 years ago in 2014, I officially started Athlete Transition Services. So.
And I definitely love that and that service, because I talk about it and I debate with people on like Facebook or social media sometime, because like I heard a couple coaches talk about the dream, and I'm like, they talk about just preparing for getting to the NFL, you know what I'm saying? And if they got a plan B, that's a bad thing, because it's taken away from their dream of getting to the NFL. And I feel like that is a terrible way to think. There's nothing wrong with having more, things in your hat, more things you prepare for, or a backup plan. So I think a lot of kids and a lot of adults in our community who play sports need, that ATS, lifestyle, and understand that it is more than just that. Because even if you do make it and have a luxurious 10-year career, you're still only going to be like 31 years old. So
Yeah.
You still got a lot of
you got
life.
a lot of living to do. So what are you still going to do? That can't just be just your identity. So I love what you're doing on that.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Now, coming out of, you graduated from University of Wisconsin as well. So what made you go into therapy?
Oh, yeah. So that's a good question. So I majored in license. So I'm a social worker, right? So that was my bachelor's of social work. And then I got my master's as a licensed clinical social worker. And I never thought I would go into therapy or private practice. I just always wanted to stay in the school sector. So doing school social
And what is your
work.
specialty though? Or focus?
My focus is right now, my focus is marriage and family therapy. So
Okay.
I work with relationships, couples. I do still do individual work, but I really love working with the family dynamic. So, but part of what really set it off was Jonathan's transition. At the time, he went through a very dark, emotional, mental kind of tsunami. And I was just caught up in that, and it was very difficult for our marriage. We actually almost came to a point where we were like, we are not going to be married anymore, because I don't know who this person is. And it was only a couple of years into our marriage. So I remember it was so hard that I remember praying and saying, Lord, I'm done, right? Like, I'm good. It's still early on. We don't have any children. I can leave clean. It's good, right? and the Lord was like, yeah, you could, or you could stay, and I'll give you the grace to stay. And so I took him up on that offer. And after that is when we went through the next couple of years of healing our marriage and really working through things. And coming up on the other side of that really inspired both of us to work with couples, like to be able to say, you know what, we're a resource. We've been there. We've done that. We've been really low. Let us help you as you're struggling with your things. So we did that for years, just helping people, younger couples, counseling, premarital counseling. And then with one of the couples that I was working with, I remember they came up to me afterwards and they're like, you really need to do this like for work. Like, you need to be getting paid to do this. And I was like, you think so? Kind of like that imposter syndrome, like, nah, really? And I took their advice seriously, and that's when I looked into, okay, what would it look like to start my private practice?
Mm-hmm.
So I started Safe Counsel. That's the name of my practice.
Okay.
3 years ago this month.
I've
Or is
seen
it?
that.
No, 4
4.
years ago this month.
2018.
Yeah.
Ring on that.
Yep.
Oh wow.
4 years ago this month. And so we're in Canton, and we proudly service the Metro Detroit area.
Okay, now don't skip over that. Now, Safe what?
Safe Counsel,
Counsel, which
LLC.
I've seen on this page. Now, that is a what? That is an office?
That is the name of my private practice.
Okay.
So the office is in Canton, but we do telehealth as well. So we do virtual as well as in person, and we specialize in marriages and families and relationships.
Okay. What do you do about memory? Huh?
What do you
Because
mean?
she always says I don't remember stuff, but I know I remember it. So how do you resolve that issue?
What?
I be remembering.
What kinds of things are you forgetting?
Listen, we both got bad memories, so it's just a bad situation. You know what I mean?
Okay. Are we forgetting special events, dates?
No, just keys and phones.
Oh, I can't help you with that.
That's me too,
That's
Nate.
not- Just
Every
keys
day,
and phones.
every day, man.
I can't remember the dates.
I remember the important stuff, but we be 25 miles away. I'd be like, man, I got to turn around and get my phone. I left it. The address
And
in
you're
my
still
phone.
married? You're still married?
The address in my phone. I got to turn her back around and get it. I just knew the direction to go in. I don't know the specifics.
Girl,
We have that problem.
It's so annoying.
it's
We'll
so
get it
I
right.
can't
irritating.
stand it.
Hey, that's part of marriage. She got to put up with it.
Wallets, keys, all that. I found Jonathan's license on the floor yesterday. I was like, do you know you dropped your license? Like, were you missing your license?
Probably ain't even know it was
See,
missing.
when we
Correct.
feel safe,
Oh, is that what it is?
you know, we kind of let our guard down and stuff like that happen.
okay.
That won't happen on the street.
You're right, Nate.
You know
it's
what?
never happened to
It
me on the
has
street.
happened on the street.
It
We
has happened on the
had to
street.
call
We from the main
Wingstop
streets of
several
Detroit.
times.
Oh,
Wingstop,
yeah. But
like,
that-
do you have my license? Wingstop does
No,
not
my
have your
card,
license.
my debit card, not my license.
That's
Same
different.
difference.
That's different. We can
That's
cut,
even
we can cut that
worse.
off. We can cut that off. That's
Right,
nothing.
that has money in it.
You can cut that off though. That's nothing. That's nothing.
I can't do it.
So
Oh, you a trip.
pivoting before y'all go too far.
Oh.
When you started ATS, what were your initial goals when you started ATS?
Man, when I first started ATS, I had one workshop, and my goal was to take it to as many. For some reason, I thought it would take off more in the professional sports world. It didn't, and actually for 8 months I heard no for 8 months straight. So from January 2014 to August of 2014, I heard no, and I was cold calling. I'm on my 9 to 5, right? I'm on company time, trying to make business calls and all that. and then finally, I heard a yes from Clemson University. Gave us our first shot, and
Ooh, that's a good one.
Oh, it's a
Yep.
great one. It's a great one.
and so but even prior to that, the long-term goal was to be able to provide holistic growth and development opportunities for athletes along their journey from youth all the way to retired professional athletes, so that whenever that day does come, they're well prepared for that transition into life after sports.
Definitely.
So,
And I felt your book was a very good book. You had written a book about 2 years ago or so.
yeah, I think
Was it about that?
About 3 years ago.
Yeah,
Yep.
somewhere in there. Yeah, matter of fact, it was about 3 years because the money was a senior then. But I took it to him. I made my kids read it. I made all 3 of my sons read it. A couple of his friends, because I thought it had a lot of vital information in it.
Appreciate
You know what I'm saying? Especially,
did.
I ain't let him write in my book because I said, this is mine now. You can't write in my book. But take
He a
some
trip
paper.
about his books,
Take some
honey.
paper. I am a trip about my books because I actually read them. So take some paper and then, fill it, because it's like a, a workshop in it. So
Yeah.
take some paper and fill it out on the paper, but don't
Don't
write
do
it in
it
my
on your
book. But I thought the book had a lot of helpful things in it to help a young athlete, progress in their career. You know what I'm saying? Haiti, did you help with any parts of the book?
Reading,
Reading?
proofreading,
Yeah.
checking, spell checking, things like that. But no, everything was Jonathan. That's all him.
Yeah, I need a little help with that proofreading too.
Yeah, you can't get it from me because you got proof of read mine. I
You
use
know
spell
what?
check.
Y'all went to the same high school?
Yeah.
all three of them.
Yeah, all three of us.
That's what it
So
is.
that's that
I feel
Detroit
it. I
public
feel
school
it.
education. Thank
feel
you.
attacked.
Hey, Chicago
feel
ain't too much.
attacked
Hey,
somehow.
Chicago ain't too much better
Yeah.
than
They might be a little
CPS.
worse.
Somehow I feel attacked just a
Chicago.
little bit.
I'm just calling out the common denominator. That's all I'm doing.
Just a little bit. So I ask this question a lot, and I want to ask you, Haiti, because you a professional. Now, in our community, do you think we used to seeing people love, or do you think we should see people just work it out?
Oh, that's an interesting question.
Yeah.
Are you saying the question right?
Well, are we used to seeing people in loving relationships or in relationships that they're just working it out? You know,
They just together.
Just
that's
getting
what
by.
I mean. Just you know, it's not real love. They just like, all right, we just together. And we both rather be doing something else, but we just doing it.
just here.
In my experience, I've seen no difference in working with white couples, black couples, Hispanic couples. Like, I see the same issues, the same underlying issues, and I also see the same level of connection and the same level of, intimacy. So I haven't noticed the difference based on communities. I think, if anything, I've been surprised by the level of interest from people of color to come to therapy. I used to think like, oh, there's such a big taboo around it. I'm not going to get a lot of black clients or Hispanic clients or whatever. And actually, the opposite has happened.
Oh, wow.
Most of my clients are people of color. Now that's changing. I'm starting to get more white and Caucasian individuals, but most are still black. So I think that's been very refreshing to see that, oh no, we are becoming aware that we need help, right? That we need to ask for help, that we have some issues that we need to work through, and we're reaching out and self-advocating for what we need. But no, I think I've seen all of it. Does that answer your question?
I guess I've asked that answered it.
I guess.
I guess that answered it.
Because this month is Mental Health Awareness Month.
Correct.
I'm not aware.
Yes.
Now you are. Now you are.
You are aware now.
Okay. Put a ring on that for mental
Mental health awareness.
health.
Yeah, I
awareness.
just heard that on the radio in the car on the way here. So,
Yeah. Now I had a fixed feeling about mental health because I just heard y'all probably not familiar with 21 Savage, but I agree with I agree with him too because I definitely believe mental health is real, but I definitely believe some of y'all just dumb. Some of y'all just dumb. Y'all just do dumb stuff and you blaming it on mental health. See, that's what I don't like.
He said that recently?
Yeah. He said, y'all just dumb. You just say it ain't mental health going up, shooting up people's houses and all that. That's not mental health. That's just dumb. That's just stupidity.
it's crazy.
And you blame it on mental health.
Because
So
they
the
want to
people
get
who
out
really
of it.
got mental health, don't come forward. And that's how I feel too. I think it's kind of overshadowed, but at the same time undershadowed, if that makes sense.
Oh, he has a whole conspiracy, theory in his brain, and he's a psychiatrist. He's everything.
Well,
Interesting.
I'm a therapist
That's an
too.
interesting
I'm just,
perspective.
Yeah,
I come from the school of hard knocks.
for sure.
But I have a thesis. That I'm working on called Ghetto Depression.
Now this is
I brought
serious.
it up on several shows.
Okay.
Because at first it was like, shut up, you just be saying stuff. But when we talked about it, and he gave me like the underlining, and then we had examples of people. We're not
Yeah.
going to mention their names on the show, but it was really like ghetto depression, and people don't know it because they so adapted to this. What is a square foot of Detroit?
I think it was like 65 square miles.
They've
or something.
only been in this small little arena their whole life, and they think that this is the world. They've never been outside to experience life with other cultures, other people, and it's just this little box they in. And when you try to explain it to them, they be like, "No, I do stuff. No, you don't. Like you stuck in this ghetto depression.
Yeah, that's my definition. They depressed but don't know it.
They don't know it.
And I think that goes on a lot in our community.
Yeah.
And it ain't got nothing to do with money or nothing. Because you can be happy and, not well off. But,
Happy and poor.
I mean, poor is a word to say, but I ain't want to say broke either, but you know, not well off.
Yeah.
You can be just
you can be happy, but sometimes you're not happy, but you've been tricked into thinking that you're happy. So then when you grow up, you be like, hey, that wasn't cool. And then they be having all these problems. So
Ghetto depression.
that's the ghetto depression. But it's a thesis. But anyway, this is about y'all, not my.
He gonna write a book, yeah.
Not my thesis book.
Very interesting.
Interesting. I'm gonna have to counsel with Haiti over there.
Yeah, you're gonna have to get some actual, like, you know.
What you mean some actual? What you think I am?
Advice.
Like a
What you think I am?
professional. I'm just saying, she's a professional that does it.
Ain't nobody
in
coming to see
real
you,
life.
Otis.
So you got to get like somebody to back your, you know, theories.
Back my theories. Okay, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna confide in Haiti over there.
You got to put some of her quotes in there.
Now my guy too, he's dibbled and dabbled in acting too. See, so.
Oh yeah.
But since I know that, y'all be acting when y'all be working out together. Y'all be over there acting. Y'all really be working out.
No, we be
We're
working
really
out.
working out.
Okay, that's what people be asking us. Like, y'all don't be working out together.
Oh, yeah.
You be working out. I'll be acting.
Yeah, Jonathan's working out. I'm trying to survive.
Yeah.
That's how I like the.
You know, I'm
Scenario.
normally like, I'm just taking a stroll, and he's over here like,
Yeah. See, sometimes we forget that we were at one point top athletes. We were Corvettes.
Oh,
See, y'all were never was. Y'all were just Rolls Royces. Y'all Rolls Royces and Bentleys. You feel me? Y'all drive slow. We were race cars. You're a
he
Corvette.
just called us a Corolla.
No,
he just called
he
us
ain't say
a
Corolla.
I
Honda.
said Bentley.
He said a Bentley.
and Rolls
You
Royce.
tried to make it nice by saying that.
Yeah, y'all,
but
y'all go
Luxuries.
slow to look at, you know. Will Smith summertime, 2 miles an hour so everybody see you, you know. We vets, we get on the freeway and we ready to hit the gas.
It's ridiculous. It's disgusting. Okay, the way
so
Jonathan
irritating.
works out, it's so annoying. I can't stand
I'm
him.
so understanding because I see the same face
you
in her
do
that
say
my wife give me.
something. He say stupid stuff to me like, "See, you don't have. I have athleticism, and you know I have muscle memory." I be like, "Boy, if you don't get out my face at 6 o'clock in the morning, I'm trying to sleep in."
Correct.
I get up at 7, I work out, then she get up at like 9, I already worked out. She just get an attitude at me like
I do,
Right.
Because he be all like, oh, "Let me get my water," and like,
getting up all early and
I'm like, "Why you
shit.
ain't wake me up?" He was like, "You was sleeping."
Getting up early and shit, taking care of yourself.
But would you have gotten up if he got you up?
Probably not.
Correct. See, I just roll over.
That's why I just go get it in and let her get it in on her time.
I wish you would wake me up at 5:15 talking about let's go work out. No.
You're not having it, huh?
No.
I
I
can't
will
do
work
that.
out with you after 9 a.m.
What time you work out, Jonathan?
Nowadays, about 7.
Yeah, that's about.
See, that's
right.
about my time. 7, 8. Like I drop the kids off at the bus at like 7. I come back and I just get
Yeah.
to it because I'm up. I done hit the code. I done hit the air. Might as well knock it out.
Might as well you up. And don't you feel so accomplished, man?
Yeah.
Like after, like it sets the tone for the day.
Set the tone for the day.
Yeah, I just don't get that. I mean, like
that's mental college training.
after I work out,
okay,
I do
they
feel
brainwashed
better.
us.
That's
Right,
what it
right.
is.
But
We woke up at 6 o'clock for like 4 years straight.
Yeah.
So we brainwashed at this
Yeah.
point.
I just want to live my best life
In the bed.
in the bed.
In the bed.
Man, now I also seen. First I want to know how'd you get into the acting because you got your kids acting too, right?
Yeah, man.
Seen you in several commercials around the city.
Man,
Put a ring on that.
So I wanted to when I first went to college, man, I wanted to major in theater.
Oh, really?
Yep, I wanted to major in theater, and then I failed a theater history class. I'm like, this ain't for me.
Because you was asleep.
Like I thought I was just gonna be able to go act, and that was it. But no,
And
you
not
got to
work.
study film and all this. And I didn't
You
know.
got to be a thespian.
Right,
Right,
exactly.
right.
So
See
Another
that
one of them
word?
little
Yeah.
words.
Where he just learned that.
Put a ring on that.
but I always had an interest in it, man, and had a liking, right, for the arts and performing arts. But I had kind of put it on the back burner. But then our oldest, ever since she was small, she always wanted to just act and sing and be on TV and stuff. And
Oh,
so,
that's so cool.
probably about 5 years ago, we took her to an agency here, and then when we took her, the folks there were like, "Man, y'all might as well sign the whole family up. Sometime people want real family," and so we did.
Y'all
And
got the look of like a family off TV or something. It's like
I don't know about that.
Yeah, we do.
Hey.
I think we fine.
Look good on the commercials to me, man.
So that's how it started, man. And so now, you know, they send auditions for us. It might be something for the whole family, or it might be something for just me or Haiti or one of the kids, and
Oh, that's so
you
cool.
audition. And sometimes
Yeah.
you get it, sometimes you don't. So
You could take Will Smith's spot at the Academy now. It's a vacancy.
You know what? Let's not talk
Maybe.
about that. But yes.
It's a
Take
vacancy.
his spot,
You
yo.
Now, I have to ask everyone who comes on this show, because
This is his
we getting
pivot.
late into it and we ain't gotten to the show. So we got about 10 minutes left, if that. Yeah, go by fast. But
go
I
by
need
fast, I
to know. I definitely need to know
already know
Haiti's
her response.
opinion.
What?
What's your thoughts on Jada Pinkett Smith? I ask everyone that.
In what regard?
In any
Any
regard, just
regard.
overall, what is your thoughts on Jada Pinkett Smith?
Well,
Big P. We call her Big P.
so I don't know much about her outside of the Red Table Talk that she does, and I've watched like one or two episodes. So I don't think I'm a fair judge on that.
Oh, you are. You are.
Yeah, I only watched
That's
like
enough.
2.
That's enough.
I will say my impression of her at the Oscars,
Yeah.
I thought was very unnecessarily provoking. You know, her response and her reaction was it seemed like just too much.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it rubbed me the wrong way. Jonathan and I were watching it together, and I remember saying like,
Real 7 Mile-ish.
something is very wrong with this picture. Yeah, but I don't know her. Again, I don't know her personally. I don't know much about her outside of that experience. It seems like it was a lot. It was very petty and unnecessarily aggressive.
Yeah.
The word I'm going to use is toxic.
What you think? What you think, Jay?
about Jada,
Yeah. What you think about Jada?
just in general.
Yeah.
He's going to be nice.
I feel
She gonna
like
call me on the red table in a
I
minute.
can't wait.
just based on the public things that I've seen over the years that everybody has seen, seems like she has a strong hold on Will. Maybe maybe a bit.
Manipulative?
That's a strong word.
Oh.
Maybe a bit. Maybe
I don't
it seems
think
like
it's a
she
strong
has.
word.
I don't.
She has some sort of just control, maybe over
Like iRobot.
possibly.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I said last week, my take on it was a get out moment. He looked at her and he said, "This is my chance." So he went up there and was like, "Sorry, Chris," and then he slapped him
I told you you got
to
these.
get back to the black community. You feel me? Because white people had took him at this point.
Wait, you really think that, or you just playing?
No, he's
I
very
really do.
serious.
I really do.
To get back at the black
To
community?
for us to get back
back
up.
on
So
them.
now they done banned them from out, and all the black people are offering him stuff and all that. He back in the community now. You know, he was out of our community for a while. He was out of reach. So he's like, "This is my chance to get back." So he went up there and did that, so they can shun him and then we can take him back. That's just my thoughts, though. That's just my thought.
I
You know
say
what I'm
she
saying?
got the voodoo snatcher and she got him hypnotized. That's what I said.
Yeah. Speaking of voodoo, we're gonna pivot. So the faith.
Yeah.
Faith is very important here too. So I've seen a couple of videos where I've seen this guy preaching lately.
I did
So
too.
like, when are you gonna stop? You just gonna do everything you want to do, huh? You like P Diddy out here, just do whatever. So
right. I don't see
now
nothing
I
wrong
know
with
you do your thing in church, but I never know you got up and preached sermons.
Yeah, man. So the church that we were at last year, the pastor asked me would I be willing to teach a couple Wednesdays a month, and I told him yes, and so a couple for about a year on Wednesdays for Bible studies I would teach. So those are the videos that I post. So all
Okay.
those are from last year, and so but I knew I was called to preach when I was about 20 years old, and you know, hadn't really done a lot over the years with it. And so even prior to my pastor asking me that, I was feeling like I was at a point in my life where I would like to start doing that more overtly. And I don't care sharing my faith with anybody.
Never have.
Yeah, and so, but I just felt like it was a season where I'm supposed to start carrying out that gift, that calling. So, yeah.
That's what's up. And I looked on there and I seen the 180 church on there, and I be getting texts from them, and I was like, who these people text? Now I know how they got my number. They got it from me.
So silly.
Like, who are these people from 180 Church texting me? Now I know where it came from. All right, we got a couple minutes left. Let me try to dig into this game real quick before they cut us off. So 3 questions. You get it right, you got the assignment. You don't know the assignment.
Here we go, y'all.
All right. First question. Since we both Henry Ford alumni, let me get down to my questions. Okay. Henry Ford opened his doors in what year? 1957, 1954, or 1960?
I'm gonna go 60.
57.
Which one you gonna go with?
Oh, we got to answer as
Oh,
one.
as a couple?
One. Come on, Frankie Beverly and Mays.
Okay,
Let's
never
do this.
mind.
I'm on. I think 60. I think 60.
Sometimes
The
the
inner
Lord,
competitiveness
sometimes the
came
Lord
out.
gotta tell you listen to your wife now.
57. I'm going with 57. 57.
57 final answer. All
Final
right,
answer, final
57
answer.
is correct. You about to get it wrong, man. You about to get it wrong. Now this is a standing question. He said he's gonna get it right. You know, every week I ask. He said he's gonna get it right.
Nobody get it right.
Nobody got it right.
Is it
Next.
multiple choice again?
It is.
Okay.
Well,
All
no,
right.
but
No?
it's
Kinda. Okay.
yeah.
Sure it is.
All right. Name me 5 West Side zip codes in a minute.
48219.
1.
48228.
Yeah.
2.
That's over there by MLK. No. 48. Oh, 48. 482.
48.
48218. 48218.
You said that.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
I said 48.
Oh,
She said 228. I ain't no
I said
218.
228.
No 2
There ain't no 218.
There ain't no 218.
I don't know that one.
48305.
Yeah.
so that's 3.
Okay, that's one.
And that's 4, ain't it? That
No,
ain't
that's
4.
3.
Okay.
Go.
I'm trying to think. That's 48317.
No, that's
48317.
not
I
a.
don't think that's
Not a
9, 8.
48201. 48201.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
That's at that school I used to work at. That's the school I used to work at. I gotta get one
5,
more. Hold on, man. You
4,
counted too fast.
4.5, 3.
336.
You making stuff,
48294.
Zip code. I don't
you
know.
making stuff up now.
Oh man.
You missed
So
that one, man. It's been a minute and 45 seconds.
Oh man.
Oh man, no one got that, so we still running. If y'all watching the show, nigga, future guests, y'all know gonna get this one.
It's not that hard. Well,
It's
I'm
not that
on
hard.
West Side.
All right,
so.
I'm gonna give you one now. I'm gonna give you a spiritual one. What's the oldest black church in Detroit?
Oh man.
Located downtown. That's a clue.
Second Ebenezer?
No.
First Ebenezer?
You took field trips there when you was a
First
kid.
Ebenezer,
They got
Third
the
Ebenezer.
underground railroad.
Third
First,
Ebenezer?
second, or third.
First
Ebenezer ain't
Baptist.
it?
Second Baptist.
Hold on,
Hold on.
hold on.
You said I took a field trip where?
We used to
this
take
place?
field trips with the Underground Railroad and all that there.
Oh.
Is this,
You said it.
is this where Aretha was buried?
First Baptist.
Oh, is this where Aretha
Hold
was?
on.
No.
Hold on. What'd you say, Haiti?
First Baptist.
Close.
Second Baptist.
It is Second Baptist. Second Baptist. Downtown in Greektown, Detroit.
Not Second Baptist.
That's the oldest one in Detroit. It's
Every
actually
city
an
got a
older
First Baptist and
Catholic
Second
church, but that's all right. They got. We gonna give them that 2 out of 3 with a lot of help. So they know the assignment. We got the parting gifts. Thanks for having Haiti and Jonathan on the show. I'm saying Haiti is just messing me up. I want to say Heidi so bad,
I
but
know.
Haiti and Jonathan on the show. I appreciate y'all for coming, being a part of the show.
We appreciate you guys. I may be having to call you for the relationship.
We're gonna come sit on the
counseling.
couch. We're gonna come sit on the couch.
Girl.
Come through.
Lord.
Anytime.
We gonna
No,
come sit
but
on the
I
couch.
love y'all. Y'all like my favorite couple.
Definitely keep being examples of black love.
Absolutely.
And we definitely going to invite you guys back. We're running out of time, but we just definitely want to thank you from the bottom of our heart being on our show.
Thank y'all
and
for having us.
For sure. And,
appreciate it.
thank you, baby, for doing the show.
Yeah.
All right.
You so sweet.
And we'll see y'all
Thank
next
you
Monday.
all.
Let's put a ring on it.
Peace.
That was fun.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the show.
Hey,
Let's put a ring on
put
it.
a ring on it.
Hosted by the Steezes.
KB and Nate.
Is our relationship gold? Hey, put a ring on it. Put a ring on it. Put a ring on it. Please, our relationship gold? Hey, put a ring on it. Put a ring on it. Yeah. And don't like me, should've put a ring on it. Yeah. Put a ring on the Steezies.
I don't think we can do it together, babe. You make me nervous.